please subscribe to help you and your motorcycle perform better.
My name is Dave Moss. For over 25 years now, I've been helping riders optimize the suspension on their motorcycles. But I can't be everywhere to help everyone. So, this is Pocket Moss.
Have you ever been through the setup process before?
No.
Okay.
Never.
So, a couple of things have to happen. One is to set it to your weight correctly, because you're given something that's adjustable, so we need to make it fit you to your weight. And then we're going to set the hydraulics so that it doesn't pogo on balance and make you struggle. And rebound is so out of whack that the edge of the tire can't even wear in a straight line.
What's the verdict?
It's a lot better. Before I would like jump around, or when I decelerate, I would like go down. Now it's just I'm still.
So it feels solid on braking.
Yeah.
You're not having to go, whoa, here we go.
Yeah. It's so smooth.
All right.
And it is lower. It does sit lower when I'm at a stop. So
right.
That's better.
Now, have you ever been through this process before?
No.
Okay. Because one of the parts of the epiphany that people struggle with is the bike is so different when it's done.
Okay.
They're just amazed that.
I've heard that.
And then they get mad.
That they didn't do it sooner.
Yeah, exactly. The thing about that is all we know, right? And at this point, learning more means that when you get another bike, you do it right away. So let's see what you think.
Okay.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was much nicer.
Okay.
80 feels like 50. Used to.
Used to feel.
Yeah.
What do you do for a day job?
Investment management.
So it's risk? Yeah.
Risk and reward, yeah.
So if a bike is really stiff, what's your risk level?
High.
And as far as this, all the pieces create the portfolio. So if we optimize everything, it should produce a reasonable percentage over the course of today.
Okay.
So as we go through this and mitigate risk, manage risk, and then improve your odds, then the bike should transform to leave you to enjoy the ride.
Okay. Sounds good.
So then a portfolio does its own work for you, right?
Right.
So at this point, it's got to go down, up, and stop. Doesn't, does it? The back of the bike was doing this over bumps, and the front was pogoing everywhere. So you were riding a motorcycle that would not let you relax. We'll see in about 20 minutes. Different?
Different, a lot smoother on the shifts too.
And when you're going around the court, going on an off-ramp, or somewhere around a turn like that, easier on your hands?
Yeah.
Okay. So giving you balance allows you to relax. All packed with goodies. Type of use?
Sport riding. I do like, an aggressive ride on the street. It'll never see the track.
Let's see where you are on low speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know the road.
Right.
So then just say, okay, if I get on the gas here, or I can get on it earlier, I couldn't get on it till there before the setup.
Right.
So then you'll be able to understand that setting the chassis up dynamically to work for you is what's needed, not what the book says works for everybody on the planet.
How far do you want us to go up there?
At least 10 minutes out.
It's funny how you don't know something's broken until you fix it.
Or try something different.
Out of a corner, the bike is more settled. It likes my line. Usually, there's some times when, it's got a different idea about what the line should be.
Okay, so how many track days have you done?
This is my first one.
Welcome. Are you having fun?
Yeah, really a lot.
Okay, so at this point, because you're at a track, unless you can go fast enough, you don't need track suspension. So first thing, so this is extremely stiff. So you're working way too hard to get the bike around the track. So the fork has to go down, come up, and stop. Watch it. Does it do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it won't come back. It's just. Ugh. So your bike is set up incredibly hard. I would expect this setup for somebody that's done a couple of years. So on the street, this will turn your urine red. because you're just getting beaten to death.
So it has to be a little bit more softer.
About 60%.
60?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did you like it?
I loved it. I mean, way
So-
more comfortable on the lean.
Yeah. You got all the way to the edge of the tire immediately. So that is, the bike is not grabbing you and going.
No, it's not. I was finally able
So it's like, whoa!
It's like, oh wow, is that fighting?
Yeah. So the bike was making you behave before. Now the bike will take your suggestion. I want to go here. Okay.
This is only the second track day I've done.
Oh, really? The front is extremely bouncy. So you have extraordinarily strong forearms because you're trying to hold on to that as you go through the corner. And when the corner ends, you can relax. So let's fix that.
You think that contributes to fatigue as well?
Absolutely 100%. Because if you have to do this, because it's the only hand that allows you to grip, that torsions everything, gives you numb wrists, gives you a pain in the back of your neck, and makes the deltoids very sore.
So basically your upper body's doing the job of the suspension at that point.
Yeah. How was the stability?
I felt
And
very stable. I felt significantly less fatigued.
okay.
You mentioned on the arm. There was no point where it was really questionable. It
right.
felt really good.
How many times have you ridden here?
First time with a motorcycle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You car guy?
Car too, yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk cars. We're not going to talk bikes because I can transfer all that information to you where you go click.
Okay.
On the money. But nicely done.
Yeah, it was great. And I told another guy, same bike, I was just behind him, and he was like, yeah, you know, I don't know if I get the suspension because I'm not there yet. And I was telling him, another guy was like, hey, you know, once you get the suspension done, then you get confidence, and then you do
Yeah.
it. So
You'll never improve until you get it done, ever.
yeah, you don't trust it unless it's, but thank you, I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
For some people, it's too big of a leap. It's too hard, and it's too frightening.
For some people, I think it's a little humility because they're like, you know what, I
that's
don't
true.
need it yet. It takes someone pulling them.
Yeah.
Right. The one thing I struggle with is just my body positioning, where I find that turning is hard for me. And part of that, I think, is, like I said, it's body positioning. Transitioning is kind of difficult, and I find my inside arm is a little heavier than it should be, right? I'm not sure if some of that is the suspension or it's mostly my body.
So the amount of travel you use, you get all of it, and you're a little beyond 3/4. So if the bike tips this way and it's too far down in the stroke, it's very hard to get it to flick either way. The other part that you were struggling with and why you were having a hard time yesterday is your front tire pressure was at least 2 to 3 psi too low. So if the tire goes flat, is it under heavy cornering, you get a flat spot, right? Will the bike flick?
No, right. Not so much.
So we'll start with the simplest, easiest stuff we can based on observation.
Okay.
We can't do body position until we know the chassis is correct.
Sure. Makes sense.
So you press it down. So you have bone stock suspension in the rear. Again, there's no tool marks on the shock whatsoever. There's no screwdriver marks on this. So you have literally a bone stock off the showroom floor bike with 13,000 miles that's never been adjusted to the rider.
Yeah.
All right, let's adjust it to you. Please take a seat. Wow, you're getting ejected. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
We have no static sag here at all. Plenty of dead space, right?
Okay.
So that's static sag the bike under its own weight. So your spring tension is way too high in the back. The front has to go down, come up, and stop.
Okay.
Because with two wheels, we have to have stability, right?
Right.
So that's a fail. So, in your infinite skill set, you have smashed these forks to the bottom repeatedly. Nice work. All the way down. Nice work. Yes, you have used every millimeter of fork travel given to you. So that means your ability means the setting's too soft. The amount of travel you use is clean. What's dirty at the bottom?
Look, here. You have dirty right here.
You used all of that.
It's clean, but that's
So in the front you're at 20 millimeters and we want 30 to 40, so that's really stiff. Feel yourself leaving the seat and bouncing.
Yeah.
That's really bad. So
it actually happened one time I was riding out. There was
610
on the road and just made something.
Yep. Well, we're going to eliminate that today. 610 off you get. So you're at 30 millimeters in the back, so we're in the range. We just have a poor damping situation. So we have a hydraulic problem here, and we have a lot of problems there.
Yeah.
You didn't buy an R6 chopper. You're riding like this, and you bought a sport bike, so it's supposed to be ever so slightly nudged forward.
Right.
That's pretty bouncy, huh?
Yeah, it is. It is really bouncy. Back down like 3, 4, 5 bounces.
Now the other part is to look at how much travel you're using, and it's not a huge amount, because on average you'll get into here.
Okay.
So if we take some of that spring tension away, you're going to be a lot more comfortable. So Rider's 250, not a whole lot of forward travel for a really big rider, which is really odd. But when you come to the back, we can pick it up a country mile. So the entire bike with him sitting on it is just sitting on the steering head and bouncing off the steering head. So it's going to need a lot of preload.
My first track day is in a week and a half. Primarily it's just street and in the mountains.
So from the factory, they come with no preload in the forks and the shock, 0. So then at that point you need to set it to your weight. So feet up for me, grab the bars. Did you buy the bike new?
Yes, I did.
So we're going to basically set the bike up to you and your weight and get it to the point where it's balanced. Because off the showroom floor, who's the bike built for?
The test rider.
Yeah, do you know who it was?
No.
Right, so the other piece of the puzzle there is when you rent a car, would you never change the seat and the steering wheel?
True.
So a bike is built for everybody, right? So
That's why I took the opportunity.
thank you. And you'll see that it doesn't move a whole lot, does it?
Yeah.
So between oil and engineering, the setting in the front, especially when the bike is new, is way too firm. So we're gonna.
Why do they do that?
It's just where it comes from the factory. We don't know.
Right.
We just get what we get. We've asked the question many times in the videos. Who decides what these settings are? Is it the test rider? Is it somebody from Showa or KYB that gives you the parts, you bolt them on and you go? We never find answers, even though we ask. Feel that? You're a brave man. We got to get rid of that. You're just discoing down the freeway. It won't stop. And there's no sag in the back at all. So you're literally this, and that's painful.
Just the bike.
Oh, it's just the bike. I guarantee. Trust me on that one. Every Panigale off the showroom floor comes with no static sag, unless the dealer has changed it, which is basically never, because a stock bike is set for nobody, right? So for now, we'll make a change. We'll let you ride it. If you find that that bottoms out again, because we have no static sag at all, that spring is too soft for you in the way you ride. Because the bike is for everybody in the world, right? So sometimes you got to buy a spring.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so has it ever been set up for you?
Nope. We try to do it off for videos, but you did a good job.
Well, the shock's well set up.
Yeah, he set it up.
Yeah, come around the side.
I didn't know how.
Yeah, clearly you knew enough.
I mean, I watch your videos and
So, do you have static sag?
I tried to set that up.
Watch. Nice work.
Yeah.
Very good work.
Yeah, it was your video.
Well, you still have to turn the spanners.
Yeah, true.
So, very nice work. So, based on the videos, come on. Pass or fail on the fork rebound.
I don't know about that one.
Would you please have some confidence in yourself? God.
Fail.
No?
Does he always a glass half empty? That's a perfect pass. Now the fail is if you got him unbalanced. So 3.5 in. Perfect.
I honestly tampered with it. I was doing some research trying to do it, but I was like, I just left it kind of loose, kind of soft, because I use it as a commuter. But found out you were here, I was like, hey, let me have a professional.
So what you did was setting the preload on the front was excellent.
It was? Okay.
You got lucky.
Okay.
Good job. Thank you for getting your hands dirty. So that we can turn that adjuster, and we need to go that way to soften the spring.
Okay, so I didn't touch this one. I messed with the compression and rebound.
Okay, so we'll get to what you did with that in a minute. Low speed, with your weight, you should be at 1 or 2. So I'm going to count backwards, 1, 2, so you're at 2. So that's dead on. Nice work. Now rebound, come around this side. Watch your exhaust to the swing arm. See that big gap now? And it doesn't jump up, right?
When I bought it,
yep.
The suspension wasn't touched.
Okay.
I've took out preload in the front and rear. I think in the front is 3 turns in, and this has like 3 threads showing.
Yep.
I think compression and rebound, I matched it front and rear. I think I just, from the stock setting, I just clicked it in 1.
All right. Okay.
I haven't touched the high-speed compression at all.
Okay. So 32 mil in the front. So 15 in the back. 15. Plus static. So you're right around 30. So we could afford to go a little bit softer, 1 more ring. No, I don't think I want to go any further than that.
That's pretty far up there.
Yeah, that's up there. All right, let's see what we can get with damping. Nice job on rebound. Very good job. That's perfect.